All right. Are we rolling?
We're rolling, so whenever you're ready. Keep on rolling, baby. You know
his favorite band. See, he knows.
I know it.
He's always loved Linkin Park.
Popper. Popper open.
All right, 15 years. Drinking some Babe Ruth.
Everyone knows Babe was big time in Remus.
I'll give you a little bit more.
Dripping everywhere.
Dude, it's hard to pour.
All right.
15.
15.
Spicy.
Smooth at first, bite you in the back.
It bite me right in the back.
Yeah.
All right, it's been 15 years, guys. So we wanted to do a little video for you guys, just kind of talking about the history of TFA. And really just kind of, talking about our experiences over the years.
Talk about the community, some things we remember, some things maybe we did right, we did wrong, and maybe the future of TFA. So grab your seat, grab a glass. Let's do another one. Cheers to 15 years.
Hey.
Hey.
The thing about a mustache is it gets in all your drinks.
True.
So it's kind of like you have one drink, and then when you get it off your mustache, it's like a second drink.
Later on. It's a later drink.
No, it actually happens back to back.
Oh, it's the back-to-back.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to these questions.
By the way, we got Brandon Martell in the background.
Background Martell.
Shout out to the Martell here for having us over to this lovely abode.
I wouldn't call it an abode. I think it's beautiful.
It's a house, not an abode.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, guys. All right, take us back 15 years. Why did you start TrueFit Athletics?
Now remember to answer the question in the form of an answer. Right?
Answer the question in the form of an answer. Got it.
Cut
Jeopardy.
that out.
This is on Jeopardy. All right, so taking us back 15 years, why did we start TFA? How about this? I'll take you back a little bit further than 15 years.
Oh,
Okay.
Hold on.
Maybe like 16 years.
Booyah.
Okay. It all started when, after me and Brandon graduated from college. I graduated first because I'm always number one. But we started a little boot camp. I don't know if you remember this.
I do remember this.
Yeah, Fit Boot Camp, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Fit Camp.
Fit camp.
And there's actually still a Facebook profile called Fit Camp, and it's ours.
Check it out.
By the way. But it was in Athens and Logan, and we actually went to the parks and did workouts.
Yeah. One bar, one kettlebell. I mean, basically what we had to open.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes just some bands and stuff that I took from the gym I was working at the time. But we started there. We had literally 2 clients between the 2 cities.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
and one of them was my mom.
yes.
So
yeah.
That's kind of where we got our start on this grand adventure, right?
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah. And then from there, I was working at a gym at the time called CrossFit Code. Brandon, I think, was interning up in Gahanna, or not
Hilliard.
Gahanna, Hilliard at the time. And through those years, basically what happened was that gym shut down. Okay. And it was at that point, like, CrossFit was still kind of not really like mainstream or known much.
Infancy.
And so is very infant, even though it had been around for a few years, but nobody really knew what it was. And all the members there at the time were kind of just like, well, we can't go back to normal style workout. We've been doing this for so long, and they were kind of lost, didn't know what to do. So I just offered them to join me at the park, Rising Park in Lancaster. And I told Brandon, I said, hey, we're going to do this thing. And he was like, okay, just kind of went along with it. And, we spent 3.5 months or so, 2.5 months or so at the park. And from there, like, we had about 20 to 30 people that were training with us. And then we just said, hey, we found the spot. if you guys would be willing to move over, we can put a lease down on this place and start this thing up. And I would say probably 90% of those people followed us over.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how TrueFit started and why we started it. It's just kind of one of those opportunities that
Just kind of like happened.
yeah,
You know,
just
like,
it was an opportunity that presented itself, and we just decided that let's do it.
yeah.
You know, it was kind of crazy because it was right at the time too when I was well, I say I was, but you know, really Katie was planning our wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I remember the
conversation there was not very. She was not excited about starting a business during this venture, but
it's just
yeah.
plummet right into double unknown.
Yeah.
You know?
And Brandon was living like basically 2 cities away.
Yeah,
you know?
me and Melinda were living in Athens with my mom because we were basically trying to save to move to North Carolina. Yeah. And this just kind of presented itself, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll do this over the summer and then we'll move. And then it kind of presented itself as like, hey, we might be able to make this a
thing.
And I was like, well, all right, well, let's do this thing. I mean, that was just kind of
We did this
the
thing.
idea, yeah.
And we did this thing. And yeah, I mean, it was just kind of crazy how it all worked out. You know, it's, you know, not often that you can say that you start a business with absolutely no plan and absolutely no equipment. And all you did was sign a lease on a building.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how TFA started.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool. All right, so let's talk about some of the original equipment you guys had. Because there was quite a few homemade pieces
Oh yeah.
that were
Yeah.
kind of in plastic coffee containers with concrete and
So
box
protein. It was,
Protein powder.
It was a protein. So if you go to Walmart, they had like the Body Shield, Shield Fortress, you know. And Brandon bought one of those tubs, emptied out the protein, and filled it with concrete, and stuck a wrench in it for the handle, and that's what we called a kettlebell.
It worked. It worked.
You had to stick your finger through the hole.
Dislocated your finger. Every
You
time
couldn't
swung
hold on
but-
to it, you know. But we did some crazy things. So we actually went to different flea markets, junkyards.
That was what we did, like in between classes on our days off, was like we would just go thrifting and try to find stuff that we could use in workouts.
Yeah, and I'll never forget this one time we were driving out Coon Path Road, and Brandon, stop. A giant PVC pipe, right? It was a 4-inch PVC pipe that was, I don't know, about 4-5 foot long, 6 foot long, something like that. And we stopped, picked that up from the side of the road, and made what's called a slosh pipe out of it.
Slosh pipe.
Brandon Martell knows all about that.
Yeah, he knows that slosh pipe game.
We got to use it at his house one time at a party, but
Got video of it.
so, you know, we did random things like that. We bought basketballs and filled them with sand and duct taped the crap out of them, made wall balls out of them. We telephone pole.
Telephone pole. I cut that up, wrapped some rope around it, brought it in. I mean, I don't know
We
if
did
it's
some things with that. But
like you're supposed to be handling that stuff because there's so many chemicals in it.
full of
but,
chemicals. I know that.
I mean, I just remember the splinters. We were like try to stretch over top of it and be like,
This thing's good for stretching, right?
Yeah. It's like,
Should we pick it up and carry it? Let's tie a rope to it and drag it.
To me, it was fun because it was like nothing was off limits. It was like we could find that, like, how can we use that? Because we didn't have any money to buy equipment.
No.
So it was like, what can we do to make our workouts exciting or harder?
And honestly, if you think about like CrossFit as a training methodology, you know, it's all about training you for life and not really just like, and like preparing you for everything. Like, could you imagine walking into a gym and they say, the coaches look at you and say, all right, go pick up that cut up telephone pole over there, or like, here's a bag full of random weights that don't fit on barbells that we have.
Yeah.
And carry it around or drag it around,
That's what I like. The second or third sentence out of my mouth from when people ask me about how the gym started or whatever. My next sentence is, I can't believe that people actually paid to do it, because times were thin. It was one barbell that was a standard barbell that you put had the smaller clips on.
Yeah,
you gotta spin it on, spin it off, metal weights.
And then we had our first Olympic barbell was duct taped at the collar.
Yes.
And that's what it was held on by.
Yep.
So it was like very unsafe to put overhead.
So
I think all we did was deadlift that one. So
we just go to that's just gonna be a deadlift bar. But like
getting creative like that.
Yeah, it forced us to be creative in our workouts and in our training, and like made us really focus on providing the best coaching possible. Because they weren't getting good experience.
There was not. I mean,
coaching.
It was not the top of the line equipment that you see nowadays in the gym.
Not at all.
And then our first pull-up rig was custom built by Gary Jensen.
Yep, shout out Gary.
Gary, yep. He brought some 2-inch pipe that we linked together and then drilled into the floor. So if you can imagine doing pull-ups on a 2-inch pipe that's like this big, that rusted constantly, so your hands were always black and nasty.
But our grip strength, I guarantee my grip strength was way better then than it is now.
Oh, I'm sure.
No grips, just thick bar, doing pull-ups.
And imagine doing all of this. So this was at the beginning of the social media boom. You know what I mean? So we're talking 2011.
Yeah.
Imagine doing all of this and nobody really knowing what's going on. They just show up to your gym and they're like, "What the hell?
What is this?" But
it's wild. We made it work though.
We made it work.
Perfect segue. So, with all of that, did you guys think you'd still be here after 15 years?
Jeez, I mean,
did I think I'd be here after 15 years? I can tell, hell no.
You were supposed to be in the Carolinas.
I was supposed to go to like I had no long-term vision. I remember telling Jim, my instructor at hockey, and everyone was like I don't want to own a business. I just really want to be a trainer. Like that was my vision. I mean,
I come out of the woodwork like, hey, you want to own this business?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever really had a vision. I just kind of like wing shit as I go. But like to say, if you would have told me right there when we're signing on that dotted line, like, hey, by the way, 15 years, you're going to be.
You got to sign at least for 15 years.
Yeah, I'd be like, nope.
Actually,
1 year. I was panicking for 1 year. 1 year.
Well, I remember when they came at us with the lease, it was originally 3. They originally said 3 years, and we were like, oh man, I don't know. let's try. Can we try 1 year? And he was like, Larry was like, yeah, yes, we can do that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. You could say it's a character flaw of mine, or you could say it's a good thing. But I always have like grandiose ideas. Like I'm like, oh, this is absolutely going to work out. No matter what. And I can remember back when we started it, like in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is going to blow up. We're going to have multiple locations. Like hey, Brandon, we might even be able to own something in North Carolina, TrueFit North Carolina. I remember telling him that. And, so it's hard for me to say, like, I felt like it wasn't going to last 15 years. But at the same time, there's always that doubt. You know what I mean? Like the uncertainty of going into business, not knowing how to go into business or having anything like planned, you know what I mean? So it's kind of back and forth for me. Like I tend to, have grand ideas. No, not always great ideas, but grand ideas, and I always think like, absolutely, it's going to work. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like you were definitely and have always been the one to where I can like get behind and be like, okay, I can. Jim thinks it's going to work, so you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was like just this big kind of like, it's a big ass move to move. Like
You moved your whole family to Lancaster.
Like, you know, I just had Kai, like, to move. Like, we're going to move to North Carolina. And really, I hadn't had any, like, I had some, like, I can intern at this gym or that gym, like, internships lined up, but, like, nothing that was going to be like, hey, yeah, like, so this kind of presented itself before all that, to where I was like, okay, like, let's do this until I get shit figured out for North Carolina. And it just kind of kept getting bigger and like more serious, to where North Carolina was just the
vacation spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, TrueFit North Carolina.
TrueFit North Carolina
Coming soon.
You never know.
Isn't that where the Jensens moved to?
They're back here now.
Oh,
Yeah, they're back in Lancaster, right? Or in Ohio.
I ran into him at Double Edge.
That's where Tim Custer and them went.
Yeah, Tim Custer.
Yep. Tim, one of the... So, if you could go back and give yourselves each one piece of advice in the early days, right before or just opening the gym, what would it be?
If I could go back and give myself advice before opening the gym?
Before or just after?
Before or just
right
after?
In that 1 month period.
Advice. I don't even know.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Go ahead,
You think. My advice to myself, signing on that dotted line, would have been just go all in. I don't know if I could have, because we worked so many different jobs for years, but like nothing really worked until we decided to go all in. And once you went all in, and then we've gone all in and we've gone back to other jobs before or since then, and it's like it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I'm doing this thing, but I really want to be at the gym. That's been my cycle for up until probably the last however long we've been doing this full time. But my thing would have been just trust it and go for it. Like don't be like half stepping. Like go all in.
Yeah, because when we first started, we both had other jobs.
Yeah.
I think I would have to just piggyback on that and say absolutely.
Yeah. I try to tell, like, anytime someone's like starting a business and we're talking to them, and I don't know a lot or about, I might not even know anything about their business, but I'm just like, just freaking go for it. Like,
you got to start somewhere.
There's going to be so much doubt and fear going into it, but like if you never go for it, like that's the feeling that like I just didn't want to have, was that I never wanted to have the feeling of like, all right, I didn't full send it.
Sure.
That's
perfect. I mean, there's always a starting place. You got to have a starting place. Everybody's starting place is different.
Yeah.
And you just got to go for it.
Yeah. Now I think what's different is like, I don't know if we could do what we did nowadays.
Oh no, because gyms are popping up nowadays, fully furnished,
like state of the art.
Yeah, like everything Rogue, everything the same. I mean, one of the reasons why our equipment doesn't, like our bumper plates don't match, why some of the equipment in the gym doesn't necessarily match, is because we've pieced it together over the years. You know what I mean? We've sought out friends who were getting rid of weights. We've bought weights from these different places that were running discounts and sales and all that kind of stuff. And so that's why you see like multiple different types of like bumper plates instead of just like one solid type.
Yeah.
It's because...
And bumpers last. I mean...
Sure, yeah.
So, I mean, that luckily we've run into that issue. Other than tins.
Yeah. But that's the reason why, like, now it wouldn't work. The way we started would not work nowadays.
Yeah.
Or maybe it would. Who knows?
I feel like
it wouldn't be as...
People's patience with CrossFit or fit, or it was so new and different that people were a little bit more patient with it.
Sure.
To where they're like, oh, okay, like
it's still grassroots. It's still
it's grassroots,
underground.
Yeah.
You know, it was still like that back then. But
And
nowadays, it's a dime a dozen. You know, you go to any city, there's 3 or 4 CrossFit gyms,
and I mean, we I had Kai, but it was a very young family. You didn't have kids, so that offered a little leeway there. Like I couldn't imagine going into a business and not paying Marcel's for 2 or 3 years with kids.
Right.
You know, like that might be a little different.
Our first paycheck was what?
The first one that I
$100.
Yeah, $100.
That was our very first paycheck.
Yeah, and
now it's like $300.
I ain't going to. Yeah, I felt good about that though. I was like, hey, like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
You know, like because everyone's like, hey, make it through the first
3 years.
3 years, something like that. I'm like, well, we're on our way, I guess.
Yeah.
How has your coaching philosophy changed over the last 15 years?
Quite a bit, as a matter of fact. I think, I think early CrossFitters can relate to this, but I think anybody that started in the early days of CrossFit, the mentality was, I'm doing this because I'm going to be the most fit person in the world, the CrossFit Games. You know what I mean? That was like the mentality back then. And for me as a coach back then, it was every single person that steps in this door, I don't care if you're 65 or you're 16, we're taking you to the games. You know what I mean? You're going to be the biggest,
whether you
fittest
want it or
person
not.
in the world, whether you want it or not. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. But I think it's humbling when people look at you and go, I just want to work out. You know what I mean? It's like okay, well, I want to take your deadlift from 100 pounds to 300 pounds, and they're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to get fit, a better version of myself. And I think what happened over the years is that my thought process transitioned from everybody's a games athlete to let's just make people better versions of themselves. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how my philosophy has changed. I want people to step in the gym and have fun, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a big aspect of fitness in general. But 2, I want them to learn something, and I want them to get a great workout and get more fit than what they started, right? Achieve things they never thought themselves possible. And I think that's how my philosophy has changed over the years, as it went from everybody's becoming superhuman to everybody's just becoming better versions of themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, my philosophy is similar in that it's changed from, I just remember a few things, but just being a freaking stickler on making every movement perfect.
100% perfect.
To where I seen a lot of people get up and walk out the door because I was hammering it in. I wasn't doing it well. I just kept hammering, no, this. And so I didn't get the human side of it. I just got we'll just do it this way side. Just do it this way. So I think I've learned a little bit about that. But talking about what kind of what you said, making people better versions of themselves, to me, and I probably more so through my journey is finding that fitness is more about confidence.
Nice, yeah.
So that's probably percentage, 90% of the reason why I work out anymore is just to feel better about myself. To where maybe back then it was more about, hey, I want to have abs, or I want to look like Rich Froning, or whatever. And now it's
You're saying we didn't look like Rich Froning?
I mean, I did, but I don't know about you. You were a little
my 10-pound,
too small.
My 10-pound PR,
10-pound PR.
You remember that?
I remember that.
Little inside joke.
dude can gain weight like that.
Overnight.
I mean, in your defense, I think you were breathing out. It's a wall ball. It was a wall ball shot. It was an angle.
Yeah.
The lighting wasn't good. The lighting
wasn't like Martell's lighting.
No, it's not like so.
And we didn't have LED lights in the gym back then.
No, we didn't.
And I was definitely breathing out. Okay.
He was breathing out.
100% like pushing my belly out.
Belly out. Belly was out. But yeah, so I feel like my role as a coach is not only get people fitter, happier, healthier, but like give them more confidence in themselves and what they can do through fitness.
100%.
Yeah.
So what's the one thing you used to believe as a coach that you don't anymore?
One thing I used to believe as a
Going
coach.
to the games.
Oh yeah, that you have to be like some superhuman fit person. You know what I mean? Like if you do CrossFit, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's why.
You know what I
you
mean?
not-
Like why are you not in the games, bro? I wasn't in the games, but anyways.
I think my philosophy. I just assumed everyone wanted to go to the games.
Yeah. Or that if you did CrossFit, eventually you would go to the games.
Eventually, you would probably make it, or why would you not want that?
But I guess as far as going back to the question is like, for me, I felt like competition was a big thing. You know what I mean? And that every workout you needed to go 100%.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what we've learned over time, and what I don't believe anymore, is that every workout does not have to be RPE of 10.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best to go RPE of 7 or 6, or mix it up, because like if you're constantly at a 10, you're going to break down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to eventually fall apart, and
if not physically, mentally.
yeah. And any sort of like stopping of your journey in fitness is only a delay. It's going to delay you over time. And our goal was to keep you working for as long as possible, so that you can constantly be working towards your goals. So as far as that goes, I don't believe that you have to go 100% every single time. I think nowadays, especially like as I get older, I think it's more important that you have days where your RPE is lower or your effort is lower.
Yeah, it's amazing how much my mentality towards recovery has shifted. Because when we were 27, it was like, if you beat me in a workout, I'm coming back in and I'm doing that workout again. Now I'm like, good for him.
Yeah.
It's
like that's great. I don't really want to go to that level now.
I don't know if I can go to that point right now. It's like, I don't want to lose, but at the same time, like, I don't know if going in and doing that workout again is going to be beneficial to my fitness or to my mentality.
Does it fit my goal?
Yeah. Probably not. It's like, Chris Spieler always been one of our favorite CrossFitters, and like he was the first to really come out and be like, one workout.
That's all you need.
One workout is all I've been doing for the last 3-4 years, and I was like, that's so crazy. And then like, skip 4 years in advance, and then I'm like, oh, I see what he was saying.
Yeah, now it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So shout out to Chris.
Good friends. I've been to his gym one time.
Yeah, he's been to his gym.
So I'm pretty much like his best friend.
Basically, ask him about the TrueFit boys. He'll know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
We'll tag him.
Yeah.
So what's been the hardest part of being a gym owner? Like what's been, whether it's the gym, the owning the gym, the facility, people in general, not a person, but what is the hardest part, or what has been the hardest part being gym owners?
Man, I think it all boils down to just like work-life balance. You know what I mean? Because, if you put too much to one side of that equation, the other one's going to suffer. You know what I mean? If you're putting too much into the gym, family life is going to suffer. And this sounds weird, but if you're putting too much into family, business life is going to suffer. You know what I mean? So the hardest thing is to find like that healthy balance so that you're growing both of those things. you know, and I think over the years, that's kind of been one of the biggest challenges. Now, obviously owning a business has a zillion different challenges, you know what I mean? But I think navigating the work-life balance has been one of the most difficult things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. For me, it's the hardest part is, there's a lot of things that I'm not really great at. So, I'm not a great asker for help or like communicator behind the scenes. So it's like,
What's that look over there?
I don't know. There's probably some like things where Jim's probably like, why the hell has he not told me about that? Or, you know, like, why?
Normally I would call you out and say,
yeah,
hey.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. And
Normally I'm gonna be like,
do.
bro, why?
Yeah.
Why didn't you
But
tell
like,
me?
so like, I know that, and it's, you know, I don't mean to be that way. It's just, I just have the mentality of like, all right, just put your head down and do it.
I was gonna say, if I could brag on you for a moment, and I think, you know, communication is a big thing, and trust me, if we could somehow figure that out, that would be great. But if I could brag, I think that one of your it's a weakness, and it's also one of your biggest strengths, is because you are a doer. Like it's like if we were to talk yesterday about starting a program, you would have already started it today. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I have this great idea for a nutrition program, and then like tomorrow, Brandon's got, you know, he's like, hey, we're just gonna do this and put it all out there, and here I am going, I have no idea what we're doing, you know. So
that doesn't sound like me at all, man.
Yeah.
I don't get
so I think, you know, communication is key, but I think it's also one of your biggest strengths is that you are like just a do it. Like, who gives a shit? Just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I definitely respect that, because I'm a bit on the opposite end of that spectrum, where it's like, all right, I want to talk about it. I want to plan it out.
You're gonna
figure
have
it out.
different ways of how to do it.
I'm going to have 17 different things. I'm going to have pros and cons. I'm going to have like, hey, what if this happens? This could make it not work. Let's troubleshoot this. I got 17 different suggestions here. And then 3 years down the line, we still haven't started it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like my issue. Whereas you're like, hey, I have this great idea for like this class. And then tomorrow you have already you know, started doing signups.
I mean, maybe that's like what helps us out a little bit.
The yin and yang of business. We can cheers to that.
Cheers, yang.
All right, Ying.
All right, so let's talk community. What makes TFA different from other gyms?
Man, I think when you step foot inside the gym, you just sense it. There's a strong feeling of belonging, I think. You know, I think the eagerness to help others is a strong thing with our gym. You know what I mean? It's like, our community will go out of their way to help. And if they see another community member in need, they will stop everything, put everything on hold to make sure that that person is taken care of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, saying the word community, I think, is like very cliche in the CrossFit world, because it's like, that's, you know, what every CrossFit gym in the world, they say, like, what makes you different? And their number one response is going to be community.
Yeah.
And so for me, I don't even consider it a community. It's more of a village, right? We are a village of people. Like, we're together, and like, no matter what, we got your back. You know what I mean? And I think, honestly, that you know, that really just like sums up our community 100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been our big strive, has been to have a place to where people feel connected, feel they belong. I would almost say that's I mean, it's weird to say, but that's almost more important than some fitness goals to me.
And for a lot of people too, because some people go through life just feeling like they don't belong.
Yeah, I mean, I'll that was me. Like, I would always search to belong to this, to belong to that. And I remember being in my internship and doing a CrossFit workout, and I was the last one done, and my hands were just bloody everywhere, and I was just in so much pain, and everyone came up and gave me a high five and told me good job, and I was like,
a bloody hand high five.
well, I mean, it was more like I was like, I don't even know if I actually made. I was just like, it was Fran, Aaron Giannetti, shout out to him. It was Fran, but after every round, after every movement, you had, I believe, 4 like 10-meter sprints. So you did 21 thrusters, 4 10-meter sprints, 21 pull-ups.
Don't get any ideas.
So yeah,
I'm not writing this down or
but
anything.
my hands ripped in the round of 21, but anyway, I remember laying on the ground, people coming over and supporting me, and I was like, that was my first like taste of what a real community of CrossFit could feel like, and that just hooked me. And to give some behind the scenes stuff, like almost in every meeting that we've ever had, it's always about how can we make this community better, or what does the community need? Like, it's always something about how can
bringing us together.
Yeah. What can we do to make it to where everyone feels involved and feels belonged, like it's their gym?
Yeah, and I think it's a telling sign that like 90% of the people that have ever left the gym to either go somewhere else or even still at the gym and visited other gyms, like we hear it so often that they were like, I stopped in at this gym and this and this and this, but it just didn't feel like TFA.
Yeah.
We have people that have moved away that even like annually still come back because they're like, it just doesn't feel like TFA, and I think that's a telling sign to the community that has been built, you know what I mean? Because, we're just 2 simple guys, and, we only get to interact with, we don't get to interact with everybody at all times, right? And so for me, that's proof that it's not us, it's everybody in the community that creates the atmosphere of TFA.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, so I think that it's really kind of hard to put it into words, but when you step foot in the gym, I think you can just feel it sometimes.
Yeah. You can feel it. You can feel it.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. All right. we do this often.
So what's been the most rewarding part of the past 15 years?
Oh, man.
Most rewarding part, I mean, it's just
getting to see people accomplish things.
Yeah, I mean that's. I think that's what we all signed up for to become a coach, was like to see people do things they never thought possible, or do something that, like, when they do it, they light up, they smile, they cry at times. Like when it gives me goosebumps. Like, I just got goosebumps the other day when someone hit a PR, and I was like freaking screaming for him, and like those are the biggest moments that I live for. Someone getting the first pull up or toes the bar, or hey, I want to squat 400 pounds, and they squat 405, and stuff like that. More so than, like, I remember those more than I remember like hitting my own PRs and stuff like that. Because like as soon as I hit a PR, I'm like, okay, 5 pounds more. It goes away so quick. But then when I'm like, I think about so and so who has worked 6 weeks at this strength cycle and now is just hit 405 on the back squat, like, it juices me up.
Yeah, that's definitely what we do it for, 100%. And as far as like, the question was like the most rewarding thing we've seen. It really, I mean, I can't really boil it down to one specific thing, because I mean, we've seen so many incredible things. I think here recently, the thing that's blown my mind the most is like, we started this thing 15 years ago. We've known people that long. For example, your lights just went off, Martel.
Sorry.
All right. Anyways, we'll cut that out. No, but for 15 years, we've known people for 15 years, and not just like people, but we've known families for 15 years. And to see the young individuals that started with us go on and create lives for themselves, I mean,
get married, have kids.
We've been a part of different weddings. We're now just recently going through like this baby boom. You know what I mean? We're seeing people that we've known since they were young adult, or not even young adults, but like 12 years old, starting their own families.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we've had coaches come through that have went on to start their own things, and we've had interns come in and then go off and start their own things. So I think it's not like a personal accomplishment to me that is the most rewarding thing. It's seeing others that have come through our gym accomplish amazing things, like starting their own businesses or families or getting married and that kind of stuff. And that's what jazzes me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love seeing like PR, like people hitting PRs. That's what I do. That's what I coach for, but seeing people and come through the gym either as an intern or as a member and go on to do big things afterwards is like, that's so rewarding to me. I love that.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, so is there a memory or a story in the past 15 years that you will never forget?
There's a couple.
I'm sure there's a ton.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Immediately I go to probably one of my favorite stories of all time that I'm sure Brandon can already pick up where I'm going with this one, but this one actually started, I think, before we were officially open, or maybe it was right at the time we were officially open. But me and Brandon were the only people in the gym. It was afternoon. We were in the building. There was absolutely nothing in the building, right? We had just signed the lease on this place. I'm not even sure that we were open to the public yet, but carpet all over the floor, like ugly brown stained carpet, duct tape basketballs were laying against the wall. And here we are, two guys, blaring music.
We don't have shirts on either.
No, we don't have shirts. We're just, shorts, no shirt. It's middle of the summer. It's like July, August time, so it's super hot.
We're sweaty.
And when we started the gym, we created a workout called the 300.
The 300.
Right? It was a partner workout where you did 300 reps of X, Y, and Z, and in between each movement, you had to run a complex. Okay? Now,
it was a nasty workout.
It was a pretty nasty workout. However, there was a movement that you don't really ever see anymore called the back extension. Okay? And the way that it looked, okay, so like you can picture like an ab mat sit-up, right? So an ab mat sit-up, you guys have all done those before. You're just kind of folding over those ab mats. Now, the back extension was the exact opposite of the sit-up. You still use the ab mat, but you put it on your lap and you laid on it, right? And you extended up
numerous times,
approximately 150 in this case.
150.
So you would do back extensions over the ab mat, okay? Now, just to kind of give some context here, we were brand new to the complex. Like we had just signed the lease. There was absolutely nothing that would indicate that we were a gym. Okay, nothing. And so this young lady comes walking in the door unsuspectingly. Okay, and you guys know when you walk in the gym, then you have the other door that leads into the actual gym, right? You got the lobby in the gym. Well, that door was closed. So she came all the way through, came through the door and stopped in her tracks. Okay, because here I am just doing these ab mat back
copious amounts
vigorously.
Dude, you was getting it
vigorously. Okay, I'm just over ab mat. Brandon, obviously, also a sweaty human being, standing over top of me going, "Let's go!"
I was taking pictures, dude.
Taking pictures. He had his camera out filming me and all that stuff. And she walks in and she's like, do you guys have a screwdriver? I think she asked for a screwdriver, right? And we were like, we just stopped and looked at her like, no. Check across the street though, because they may have one. And she just turned and walked out, and that was the whole conversation. But the look on her face when she walked in and saw a dude essentially humping the ground, while another dude is standing over top of him taking videos, while both are
encouraging
sweating.
Encouraging him.
Taking videos of it. She just kind of was like, you could just see the look on her face, and she was like, I don't know what the hell I just walked in on.
Believe it or not, she didn't join the gym.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen her ever again.
No, she did not sign up.
No. As a matter of fact, she probably left that complex after that.
Yeah. She peeled out, burnt rubber, got out of there.
That's one core memory. I have so many. But another one, you know, and I don't mean to laugh at anybody's expense here, but this is a white man can't jump kind of situation.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Okay.
Oh, totally.
So when we finally transitioned from having the 2-inch pipe rig to an actual rogue rig, kind of like what you see on the wall, we had to take the one apart, and it was laying in the middle of the gym. I'm running, actually Brandon's.
I had a class going on.
You had a class going on. Were you coaching?
I was coaching.
What was I doing? I was there.
I think you were
I was maybe helping take the rig apart.
Helping the rig, yeah.
Okay. So we had a bunch of 2-inch pipes laying right across the middle of the gym. And the first garage door, so as soon as you walk in the gym, you look across, there's that garage door. Brandon was outside coaching a class. Mm-hmm. And I think that it was like 3, 2, 1 go time or something, and he was running back in to turn the music up, tried to hurdle this stack of pipes in the middle of the... He almost made it, I'll give him credit. Almost made it. But he hit the very last one, and his foot slid forward and also went straight to the side. Right?
Oh, man.
Fell over, writhing in pain. I just happened to stop what I was doing, turn and look, and I started laughing at him.
He laughed at me.
To this day, I feel a little bit bad about that. But he was like, ah! And I'm like, oh my gosh, did you see that? And he's still on the ground, and I'm like, this might be serious. And he went to the hospital, got an x-ray, and didn't you have a fracture?
It was sprained. But you were telling me it was sprained. It swelled up that big instantly.
It was so big.
I was, Jim's like, that's just a sprain. I was like, that is not a sprain, Jim. Look at that thing. That's disfigured. He's like, that's just a sprain. And every time I took a step, a twinge went up, and I was like, I blew an Achilles or something. You know, I had to walk my ass. You didn't even take me to the car. I had to walk my ass to the car and drive my ass to the ER because you were laughing at me and taking a rig down.
I ended up having to coach the class though.
I know, yeah.
So there you go. I helped out.
Dude, this is a side note, but my ankle swelled for 6 months off and on. Anytime I put pressure on it, like it didn't hurt, but it got to the point where it would swell up. That's how bad it was sprained.
The amount of times though that I've caught you in a hypochondriac moment is pretty fantastic.
What is that? What is that?
Do you remember the time we got those wrestling mats from that school?
Oh, the dirty wrestling mats? Yeah, I remember that time we got the dirty used wrestling mats.
We were carrying.
And I cut myself, and I thought maybe I should not be bleeding carrying these mats.
Here's my perspective of the situation, right? We're carrying this out, and I don't even know how you did it or how you even got like a little bit of a cut on your leg. But he just kind of stopped. He's just like not saying anything, and he just kind of keeps like looking. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, cut myself. He's like, I think I need to go get a tetanus shot. And I'm like, what do you need to get a tetanus shot for? Like, you're fine. You'll be all right. You cut yourself. He's like, dirty mats, dude. Those mats are like so dirty. He's like, what if it gets infected? He's like, I need to go to the hospital and get a tetanus shot. He calls Melinda on the phone. and he's like,
We're editing this out.
yeah. He calls Melinda to get her advice on the tetanus shot. And I don't think I should go get a tetanus.
I don't think I went and got a tetanus shot, so she talked me down from it.
No, you stuck it out. You know, you did it. But I remember that day vividly.
I mean, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, dude was bleeding around dirty mats. Yeah, that's a tetanus atmosphere. You should thank me. You should thank me for being so careful.
Oh man. All right, what is yours?
What
your favorite moment?
Favorite moment. I don't know. I have a lot of favorite moments. I mean, there's many times that pop up into my mind as like when I think about TFA. So I don't know if I can.
I'm in every one of them.
You're in every one of them. I mean, I love the open. I love like doing the call outs for the open and like people energy. And we used to do Thursday night workout during the open Thursday night.
So this
throwdowns.
Is memory that we never forget. Is that what it is?
Memories we'll never forget. What's the question?
Yeah, memory. What is a memory you will never forget?
Memory you'll never forget.
Gosh.
Mine are funny.
Yeah, I mean, most of mine are just funny stuff. Like, but I mean, if I gotta get serious with it, like moments that stick out to me are definitely during the open, during the call outs. We used to do the Thursday night throwdowns, and just like we'd be 8:30 at night warming up, trying to throw down and do a workout, and after being there at the gym for like 12 hours and, kind of fun to do that in a weird way. But there was one time where we had just opened and we were kind of like in between classes, and we were, I think we were playing cornhole, or we're doing something in the lobby area back and forth, and we're just talking about like the gym and like the future of the gym, and like and that was like the first time that I realized I was like, it's kind of like a serious thing that we're doing. It was like,
I remember that day.
It wasn't a
it was on the Browns,
so it was cornhole, right? Like
it was the
Browns.
Browns.
like plastic ones, but it was like
they were fairly full size, but I remember they were the Browns. They were logoed with the Browns.
Okay.
And
So,
the bags were very chalky.
Chalky, yes, because they would hit the ground and then it would like,
and the whole room was full of. It looked like somebody was blazing up in there.
Yeah, but I just remember playing that game and like having like deep conversations and being like, all right, this is for real, and that moment's always kind of stuck with me. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's just.
We've had a lot of wild moments.
There was someone, so this is, I mean, I don't know why I would never forget this, but there was someone, we were in the gym, it was just us. Someone came into the gym, went to the bathroom. We assumed it was a member or someone coming into class. When they exited, we could see like the back end, like behind them, just leaving the gym. They're like, that's no one of the gym whatsoever.
I remember this.
Get in the car and drive off, and then we're like, we opened the bathroom, and they had just come in, took a shit, and left the gym. And
to this day,
stunk,
we have no idea.
We have no idea who it was.
Yeah.
But that's a moment I'll never forget for some reason. That's how my brain.
Maybe it's the same person that phantom puked everywhere.
The puker. Yeah, there. A few years ago, there was like puke everywhere.
It happened almost every Saturday.
There was just puke and like just massive amounts of puke.
A massive pile of puke just on the side of the building.
So like we don't know who was like telling us that they were not feeling well during the workout, but it was just happening so much.
Lordy.
And I love puke, so I was all about it. I took many pictures and sent them to people.
Oh, so many stories. We could make this a 35-minute video, or more like a 35-hour.
35-hour.
Yeah.
All right, switching gears to you guys, how has owning the gym changed you as a person?
Holy moly. To think of the type, not the type, but the person that I was 15 years ago to the person I am now. Man, I don't know if it's really changed me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's changed me.
I've grown more confident, I think, than I used to be. I'm definitely a lot, believe it or not, smarter than I used to be.
I wouldn't go that far.
As far as changing who I am fundamentally, though, I mean, I feel like I'm the same person.
Yeah, I would second that. I don't think you've like. I think that's sort of like been like the cool thing about you is that you've just kind of always been who you are, and like doesn't matter who you're around, like that's just who you are, and you never really get flabbergasted.
That's a big word.
Flabbergasted, yeah, flabbergasted. But like you just kind of like.
I'm even keel.
Yeah, you're even keel. Like that's just the way it's going to be, and that's the way we're going to do it.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, I would have to say I don't think anything's really changed you. Now maybe maybe.
I mean, I've matured. We'll say that. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'd even say that.
Yeah, I mean you've got a better mustache, that's for sure.
Yeah, we can all agree.
We can agree with that. Yeah. Better mustache.
It's better. I don't know if it's great.
It's pretty damn good, dude. I'm impressed. Like from the side profile, like that thing's sticking out.
I eat it a lot, though.
Yeah,
that's what's
wild. Good. I don't know about myself. I mean, I maybe take things more seriously now, like understanding that things are that you can't just wing everything. I guess I don't know.
I think honestly, neither one of us have changed our fundamental selves in 15 years.
I mean, I would have to like. I feel. I mean, I've talked about to people about like as we've gotten older. It's weird because it's like 42, but I feel 27 still in my brain. Like when we first opened, like that still feels who I am. But yeah, I don't know if anything's really for better or for worse. We ain't changing. That's it.
You get what you get.
Yeah, I guess.
Get what you get.
So we've kind of already touched on this, but what keeps you motivated after 15 years?
What keeps me motivated after 15 years?
Keeps me motivated? Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that I can step into the gym on any given day, whether it's a good day, bad day, and immediately feel better.
Yeah.
You know, I think stepping into the gym and just kind of forgetting about like the woes of life, you know. I think even as the owner of the gym, I still experience that just about every single time I call people up to the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's still that moment of like, you know, this feels good, you know.
Yep.
Showing up every day and just seeing like people just excited to be there. That is motivating to me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, similar to that is, you know, what keeps me motivated. I personally have gone through different spouts of like motivation with my personal fitness, but like I've always been geeked out of my mind to like help people improve their fitness and do that but like, you know, wanting to succeed, wanting, you know, my kids to be proud of me and I guess just for me, I guess realizing like when you find your calling, and you know, I've seen so many people not happy with their lives because of their jobs or anything, and I'm like, man, I don't want that.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like working a job for 15 years that I hated going to.
That you hated, that you did not want to show up for. Like I genuinely look
like,
forward.
listen, let me tell you about my experience.
Yeah. I genuinely look forward to waking up and going to the gym every day.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm not gonna say
even if I'm not like, you know, like I know I'm going to have an overall good time when I go there.
And I'm not to say that like there's days when I'm like I would just rather not do anything.
Yeah, just sleep all day.
You know, there's obviously days when you're just kind of like burnt to a crisp. You know what I mean? But I think even on those days when you still show up when you're burnt to a crisp, I still walk out of the gym thinking like, oh, I'm glad I came.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I think that's, and like, I mean, that's business wise, and that's also my physical fitness life too. It's like, through all the ebbs and flows, it's like just getting to that workout to where you can, because you know, we've always talked about like we love being crushed. Mm-hmm. We love a good workout that just crushes us, and you know, those happen fewer and far between now. Mm-hmm. But like getting to that workout to that point is, I'm like, oh yes,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
So hard workouts and good people.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
Booyah.
Hard workouts, good people.
Next t-shirt.
Here it is.
So I already know this question, this answer to this. Who is more competitive?
You.
Between me and Jim, who's more competitive? I think I'm outwardly more competitive than him, but
I might be more. I think I can agree with that. I'm silently competitive.
Yeah, because like we'll go into workouts and like, or like competitions and stuff, and he's like, oh, man, just look at them over there.
They look way more fit than us.
And like I might even think that, but I might not say that because like I ain't gonna admit that. Like, all right, here we go. We're gonna own up on this. We're gonna do this. But Jim will just be like,
I'm a realist to a fault. You know what I mean? And like for example, we did the trio amigos for the first time. It was me, Brandon, and Lily on the team. And I just remember looking around going, oh my God, dude, like
there's no way.
There's no way we're going to beat that team.
Yeah.
You know, and
we were warming up on the bike and you like pointed out that there's the guy and I'm like, all right, well, okay, Jim, all right.
But when push comes to shove and 3, 2, 1, go starts, like it just, that all switches out and I'm like, I got to attack these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you don't shy in the face of adversity.
Sure, like, and often maybe that's kind of what I need to feel in order to push through, because we took first in that competition. We won the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, and by a landslide, it wasn't even close. You know.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
But well, I don't know if I would say it was a landslide.
I don't know. I remember having to walk one time.
It might have been like 1 or 2 points that we won by, but it felt like a landslide.
Those 1 or 2 points was a big 1 or 2.
Hell yeah! I mean, when you're able to walk in a workout, and nobody's even close to. It was only one workout that we were able to do that in, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, maybe I use that adversity as my like drive.
Got to show up.
My competitive drive. Yeah. You know,
I feel
that guy's way
like,
bigger than me.
I feel like we've always been kind of like good, like back and forth with competitiveness. Like, if one of us is lacking that day, like the other one's going to call them out, but it's never gotten to the point to where it's like toxic or anything. You know, it's like
it's healthy competition.
If you beat me, I'm kind of like, yeah, you still suck, and if I beat you, then you're kind of like, yeah, well, you still suck. So
it is what it is.
Hey,
I'll drink to that.
Your light went off, by the way, too.
So which one of you is accidentally going to make a workout harder than it needs to be?
Oh man, I think this honestly has changed.
This has changed because it used to be me.
But then I think it became me.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Probably
why.
the last 2 years it's become Jim.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but
I have no idea why or what is behind that. Like
You've
I
come
love,
to your senses, and I have not.
I can still. I mean, we can still both like. If you put us to it, like, oh no, 185 sounds. Yeah, but what about 205?
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine 205? Like when we do that, we go down a rabbit hole. Bad things happen, but we've always kind of the yin and the yang, man. The yin and the yang.
You know,
we
sometimes
kind of
the yin and the
balance off
yang.
each other. Yeah.
Sometimes those yin and yangs can meet in the middle, though,
Yeah.
and become yin yang.
Yang. But make sure you put that in there. But yeah, I think it's just changed. It's
flip flop for sure.
Yep.
So.
All right. So if you had to survive 1 week in the gym with only one movement, what would it be?
All right.
One week in the gym?
1 week in the gym.
And
You
only
pick.
make one movement.
You pick for me, and I pick for you.
Walking doesn't count as the movement.
Dang it.
I
I'll
know.
pick for you, you pick for me?
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't even know these days. One movement that you had to live with for an entire week in the gym.
Entire week. That's the only movement that you're doing.
Bench press.
Walk around, but that doesn't count.
I want to say it's bench press.
I don't know if it was like. I've grown fond of bench press because you can do dumbbell, you can do barbell, you can do alternating, you can do narrow. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun exercise. Mm-hmm. But I'd say you're wrong. I think I would go power clean.
I was going to say that.
I would have said squat clean.
Yeah.
Well,
Nowadays, not so much.
Probably not so much with the knee, but I mean, I guess so. A clean. I'm just going to go with a clean. About just all right. Just
I was gonna say that, but I was like, but things have changed.
Things have changed, but still, like.
And he's
ability
doing well at bench press lately.
Yeah,
but I went into that. But
I mean, so I mean, this is going to go. I mean, this is still like, I'm going to go snatch for you, or back squat. And
now
now
listen.
you're telling me I'm wrong.
Listen, both of those movements happen to be my favorite movements of all time. Not gonna lie about that. However, my body doesn't like either one right now.
So you're talking about like what you do today.
Is that is that fair?
Today.
You can take today. It just says if you had to spend 1 week.
All right. So
listen,
let's say
if my body was like
we're leaving Martell's today, and we'll have to pick a movement for gym for the rest of the week. This upcoming week.
Man, that's tough. I don't even know.
I'd almost go wall walks.
Ooh, that would be fun.
You've been crushing some wall walks lately, bro.
That would be fun. I like wall walks. Honestly, in my mind, immediately went to burpees. I don't know why, but listen.
Just the good old-fashioned burpees.
Good old-fashioned.
Good old-fashioned burpee.
An old-fashioned burpee. Thing is like I love back squats, but they don't agree with me right now. I love snatches, probably my all-time favorite movement. They don't really agree with me right now. Now, if in a perfect world, like my body agreed with everything, I would say, yeah, you're right, 100%.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I know I'm right.
Yeah, I would have said snatches too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
I love me a good snatch.
Yeah, you do. All right, complete this sentence.
Oh, Lord.
People think CrossFit is blank, but it's actually blank. So, here's what I want. First blank, second blank.
People think, I had to stretch, sorry.
Oh.
People think CrossFit is a cult, but it's actually
Non-denominational fitness. I don't know. I didn't know. Okay, hold on. Redo that.
I was hoping you would go with a cult.
Yeah, it is. A cult. Okay, redo that one. Okay.
People think CrossFit is blank, but it's actually blank. So, Jimmy, first blank.
People think CrossFit is a cult, but it's actually a...
Actually A? Or actually...
Actually
But it's
I'll say
actually
Blank.
the
Ohio State University. Oh,
this guy. I would say it's the best fitness program that you can follow.
in other
Life-changing.
words, people think it's a cult, but it's actually a cult.
Yes.
Yes.
It's actually what you need to do with your life.
Truth.
Truth.
All right. So we're going to end this here with a quick rapid fire dilly and then one final question. So,
Uh-oh.
you ready?
Rapid fire, like we
Hey.
both go at the same time?
People call me SpongeBob because I'm ready.
What?
Favorite lift?
Snatch.
Clean.
Least favorite movement?
Sumo deadlift, high pull.
Favorite benchmark workout?
Fran.
Holly man. Or chief.
Coffee or pre-workout?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Morning or evening classes?
Morning.
Morning. Or you said morning and just meant evening for sure.
Biggest coaching pet peeve?
Not listening when I'm talking.
I get that. For some reason, bending the arms in the medicine ball clean. I don't even like the medicine ball clean. I'm not even a medicine
We
ball
don't even
cleaner.
really do those.
I know, but just seeing someone bend the arms early in the medicine ball, like for some reason, that gets me.
Favorite thing about each other?
Solid dude.
Awesome person.
Who's funnier?
Me.
Who talks more during classes?
Me.
Jim. Oh, yeah, Martel.
Who's more likely to make up a workout on the spot?
Both
Me.
of us. What do you mean by make up workout on the
I don't know.
spot?
I think like you always default. I feel like at times like you default.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, whatever you
I'll
want.
agree with that.
You know,
One word that describes TrueFit.
Amazing.
family,
Amazing
Awesome.
family.
amazing family. It's 2 words, but that's all right.
So after 15 years, what do you guys hope people say about TrueFit in 15 years?
In 15.
From now.
15 years from now, what do you hope people say about TrueFit?
Those guys really cared not just about my fitness, but about me as well.
I would, yeah. I mean, that pretty much nails it on the head. I would, if I wanted to, a sidebar to that, I would say that those guys were just different in the way they cared, the way they approached class, the way they approached fitness, and the way they approached relationships. They were just different.
That's it.
All right.
Boom.
End it.
Chug.
I ain't chugging.
Here's to 15 more years.
You still got a little bit there.
Yeah. It's not bad bourbon. You want to try it?
Hell yeah, he wants to try it.
Yeah, I want to try it. Still recording.
That's that Babe Ruth. It's smooth up front, then it bites you in the back.
Mackie,
Case.
I need to mark this date. The day James Barnes did the poop and run. Savage. Bombed
What?
and locked. Shit and go. What?
What?